Musky's Canada tagging project that I worked on was way back in 1994. Things have changed a lot since then, and you tag a lot of fish in this area, both in Dow's Lake, in the canal, and in the Rideau here in downtown Ottawa. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So we do a lot of radio telemetry. There's different types of transmitters, but we tend to use radio telemetry. It works really well in shallow water environments, noisy environments like rivers where you've got flowing water, entrained air, bubbles, and so on. And what's really great is that we can walk along the canal or bike along the canal or rollerblade or canoe, whatever, and we can track these animals and pinpoint them and record the habitats they're using. So we obviously have to get this tag in or on the animal and have it stay there. We don't want this tag to fall off the day after or fall out the day after we tag it. So there are a couple options. Usually what we do is we catch fish, we put them to sleep, and we can do that in a few different ways. One way is through some pharmaceuticals, drugs that we use to put them to sleep, but increasingly we're using electricity. So we wear electric gloves and we touch the fish on the front end, the tail end. It's just a tickle, just enough of electrical current that the fish are stunned. We have the fish turned over, and we make a small incision about here. We implant the transmitter inside the belly of the fish, it's called the coelom, or the body cavity, and then all you would see exiting the fish would be the antenna. We sew the fish back up using the exact same sutures that you'd get in you if you were at a medical clinic, and then the fish essentially wakes up as soon as we take our hands off, and away it goes. And we're able to track that animal for, a tag of this size would last easily 3 years.
Fantastic. And what should an angler do if they catch a muskie that's got an antenna coming out of it?
Right. So one of the things we typically do is also put an external marker tag on it, which would have our phone number and the ID. Because if you see an antenna coming out of the fish, all you know is that there's a tag inside it. And in an ideal world, these fish are being released. And so an individual would write down that external tag number, it would have our phone number on it, or whatever agency happened to be involved with a given study, and they would report that information and say whether they caught it, or where they caught it, when they caught it, whether it was released, whether it was harvested, whether it died, and anything about the fish if they happen to measure it as well. It's not often that we get recaptures on muskie over and over again that let us help validate growth rates. So if we know we tagged a fish 3 years ago and it was X size, and we caught it today and it was X centimeters bigger, that's really useful information. So reporting tagged fish is really useful for us.
And as an angler, I can tell you from my experience that when I've called in with a tag number, you get reciprocal information coming back about the history of that fish and where it was first caught and first tagged. So not only are you helping the program, you're learning a little bit as an angler as well.